amazing fragrance masterpieces that you have to smell at least once in your life. Let's just start with this video with a bomb, like mic drop bomb of a fragrance. Fève Délicieuse from Christian Dior. Just magic. This smells like fall. This is a bit of vanilla, a bit of that warmth, that ambery warmth, spices like cocoa, smells chocolatey, smells comforting, smells like the best parts of fall. The trench coats, the camel coats, the cashmere, it just smells like magic. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. It is a masterpiece. You have to smell it if you get a chance to get a bottle, because it's very rare nowadays. Grab it because it's just so good. Amazing fragrance. Another that sort of a fragrance that if you're a fragrance fanatic, if you want to just really impress with your fragrance, then I would say Iris Malacan from Maison Crivelli. It's one of those fragrances that every time I smell, I'm like, speechless. To me, this is a nutty, dry, nutty fragrance. And for men, it is nothing better than like a dry, nutty, woody, sort of a vetiver, earthy blend of a fragrance. I love that combo. To me, it's not an iris fragrance per se. To me, the dominant note is like this dry nuttiness. I just can die for it. It's very different. It's truly a masterpiece. I love this fragrance. It's a signature sort of a fragrance for men, and yeah, just go and check it out. Another one, but from the designer sector, a masterpiece fragrance for me, it is Allure Homme Sport Extreme. This particular version, to me, it's the best. It's so creamy but fresh at the same time with that mint and mandarin. It's the sandalwood in here. It just makes it for such a perfectly balanced fragrance. Although it's designer, to me it's a masterpiece fragrance. I would put it with my other niche favorite fragrances because I can't live without recommending it for men. It smells to die for in the air. I just love it wholeheartedly. I think it smells so luxurious, and yeah, it's one of the best Chanels for me. Next one is Red Tobacco from Mancera. And by the way, if you enjoy men's recommendations from women, like a fragrance recommendation, then definitely subscribe to this channel. And Red Tobacco, this is a fragrance that is truly like one of those fragrances that my mouth literally starts to water when I smell this. The red fruit, the woodiness. It's such a simple fragrance, but it's so good. I can smell it in the air now. It makes me excited about fragrance. This is a fragrance that it's so simple yet so effective, so striking. It literally smells so sexy. I just said literally. I just remember a comment that somebody said, it's not a Monica video if she doesn't say literally. And yes, it's literally the best. I love Red Mancera Tobacco. Next one is, we can't go without having an Amouage fragrance in here, because Amouage is one of those houses that screams luxury in its packaging, presentation, but also ingredients. And Boundless, it's one of those fragrances that for me, I just love it. It's so spicy, and I can really smell a lot of black pepper in here. It's like a chai latte, but with a bit of sweetness. It's more like a proper tea than like a syrup, a chai tea latte that Starbucks uses. It's very spicy, and when you leave a like a tea bag in the tea, it gets even more spicy if you have like a spicy tea, and this is that extent of spices in here. Super nice quality, super different. It's every time I smell it, I'm like, oh, I forgot how good it is, you know? It's a masterpiece of a fragrance. I love how all the notes combine together. it's just a dream. Next one is Tuxedo from YSL. This fragrance is from their exclusive version and I will own it because I love it so much. Each time I'm by the YSL counter, I smell it and I'm like, oh, this has to be in my collection because it's a masterpiece. It's such a good men's fragrance. It's warm, it's different, it's got elegance and class. It really is a perfect formal fragrance for men to really make yourself stand out. We love this one so much, so check it out. Next one is from the house of Replica. It's called Jazz Club, and this one to me, it only smells good on men, but when men wear it, it's a masterpiece. This fragrance smells like boozy cocktails, like it says here, heady cocktails and cigars. It is so dense, you literally feel like you're walking into like a London's man's club when they like talk about everything and smoked cigars, and you just can smell like all the smoke in the room and the cocktails and the leather of those chairs. It smells so good. I love that coconutty also vibe and smell that I get in here. It is so addictive, so intense, and really different. So to me, this is a fragrance that I would consider totally a masterpiece, and it will be in my collection forever. Most recent, I would say, fragrance that is in my collection and I would consider a masterpiece of a scent, because every time I wear it, and also my husband, whenever he wears it and he smells it, he's like, oh my gosh, like we have to get more of this house fragrances because this is just spectacular. It really stands out when you look at all of these fragrances. This fragrance really stands out, and it is Shooting Stars Starlight by Xerjoff. There's something about it. It's a masterpiece. It's vegetal and herbal and fresh, but also ambery and sweet, but so light and airy. There's so much going on in there. Ooh, there's like coriander in there. It smells like you're cooking, but it's a fragrance. It's so masterfully blended and so intriguing. I can also smell that sweetness. It's like a honeyed, beautiful sweetness. Oh my gosh, it's to die for. I would say this is a truly like a masterpiece. Just, everybody will be like, whoa, I have never smelled anything like this. So good. And the last one, it is one and only Mancera from Frederic Malle or whatever. It is a fragrance that is animalistic. It's sexy, but it's dirty sexy. And I love the animalic fairiness of this fragrance. If you have never smelled this, you probably will be like, what the heck, Monica? Like fairy in a fragrance, but smell it. It literally smells 3D, like an animal let loose, and it's so sexy, sweet, but really dense and thick. And when you just wear it, it's omnipresent. It's spicy. It kind of smells also like Christmas. It is a masterpiece. It's one of those fragrances, when you smell it and you get into fragrances, you're like, whoa, I'm loving life. I love that I love fragrances and I get to discover them, because this is really impressive and really different. Let me know, what is your one fragrance that you say to everybody, like, smell this, you have to smell it at least once in your life because it's so good. Let me know. Follow me on Insta at Monica_Tjoch, where I post a bit more about fragrances and Q&As, and I ask you guys questions about stuff, so follow me on there and subscribe, of course. Like this video if you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye guys.